It's Christmas time. Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, Chris Smith. And today I'm reviewing Six, the musical, which is on two North American tours right now, and of course is on Broadway. And we got the Aragon tour, which is stopped right now at the Hollywood Pantages Theatre in beautiful Los Angeles, California. And Six is a very interesting musical done as a pop concert, and it tells the story of the six wives of Henry VIII. And of course, he didn't have all six of these wives at once. He had them one at a time, and as the song says, they were either divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. So here is the poster for the Broadway show. Isn't this nice? This was hanging on my wall during the Great Pandemic because Six, the musical, was one of the shows that had started previews in 2020, and in fact it was about to open on I believe Thursday, March 12th, which was the day that all of the world basically was shut down, but certainly Broadway was shut down that day, and so they couldn't do their opening night, and they had done all those previews and then nothing for like 18 months. In fact, it wouldn't open again until October of 2021 when all the theaters started opening. So here's the playbill from the tour. What's wonderful about this show is it's very girl-powered, or woman-powered, I should say. It has an all-female cast. Here they all are. These are the six queens that we had. Here are the standby and alternate people who were not in our show last night, but we had these six. And they are playing Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, the wife, not Jane Seymour, the actress, Anna of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. So, there you go, everybody. Look. Here's the inside of the playbill. But what's wonderful about this show, and it has the female band, it has the all the actresses playing the wives. Henry VIII is not in the show, and basically they have returned and are doing a pop concert, and they're all singing about who suffered the most as one of Henry's wives. Certainly the ones that were beheaded are ahead of the game, if you will, in as far as suffering is concerned. But it's a very fun show. It's a comedy. There are lots of laughs, and the music is really good. Now, I had this cast recording. This is the studio cast recording. I think I got it during the pandemic because I was just so depressed that I was buying posters of Six. I was buying Mrs. Doubtfire, Tina, any of those shows that were halted by the Great Pandemic. I just wanted to try and buy some merchandise, do something that made it feel like I was still getting a little bit of theater. Of course, I was listening to my Six cast recording, and the music and the whole show is by Toby Marlowe and Lucy Moss. And it was just an ingenious idea, I think. It seems very simple just to do a show where the six wives are reimagined as pop divas. And in fact, what's great is in the playbill, they have a little section that has a little bit of her story, and it has stuff about each of the wives, and it's actually very funny too. Um, so it goes by wife, and then it tells you who was the queenspiration or inspiration, if you will, of each of the queens. And like for Catherine of Aragon, it says Beyonce and Shakira. Anne Boleyn is Lily Allen and Avril Lavigne. Jane Seymour, it's Adele and Sia. And Nicki Minaj and Rihanna for Anna of Cleves. Catherine Howard, the inspirations or queenspirations, is Ariana Grande and Britney Spears. And of course for Catherine Parr, it's Alicia Keys and Emily Sandy or Sandé. You know, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm old, but I'm still young and hip enough to enjoy Six. So I very much recommend it. Now, Six premiered in Edinburgh at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. It did a pre-West End tour, it did a UK tour, and then it opened on the West End in 2019. And what's exciting is one of our queens from last night, Natalie Paris, was one of the original queens on the West End. She sings the song Heart of Stone, which is one of my favorites. Now here are the musical numbers. As you can tell, there's not a lot of songs in Six. It's an 80-minute show, so it's one act. You get in and you get out, but you feel like you got a full meal. It doesn't make you feel cheated. You get a full show. Oddly enough, somebody brought a baby to the show. So early in the show, they're singing, "Sorry, not sorry about what I said. I'm just gonna have some fun. Don't worry, don't lose your head. I didn't mean to hurt anyone." And then when they're about to say, behind me I'm hearing, Yes, Blackie, it's true. Someone brought a baby to see Six the Musical. Now, I didn't bring Blackie to the show, and I don't know why a baby was brought, because it's, sort of a loud concert, and I didn't think that babies were allowed at the theater. So, of course, the poor person who had brought their baby had to end up walking out because the baby was just disturbed by all the singing and the crowd goes wild during this show. You sometimes can't hear some of the next lines because of all the screaming. And these Six fans are ferocious. I mean, in a good way. They are very loyal to their queens. Now, they've had productions all over the world, and it got a lot of nominations. It had 8 Tony nominations. It had Olivier Award nominations and wins, and it had 2 wins for Tony when it was nominated for a Tony, including Best Original Score for Toby Marlowe and Lucy Moss, and Best Costume Design also won a Tony. Now, the merchandise, I bought this gorgeous Six magnet, and this is one of the nicest of the magnets. See the little crown? And Marco got this cute keychain with a crown, and see, it has the Six logo on it. And of course, I already had the aforementioned cast recording, and they have a live opening night cast recording too. I already had the poster, which they were selling those as well. So the merchandise was very good. Now, the tour is going on right now. Here are some of the stops. There are two tours right now: the Boleyn tour and the Aragon tour. So go to 6onbroadway.com, North American Tour Cast for more information. But here are all the cities. It's going to go on to Detroit, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Costa Mesa, California. But it's in Los Angeles through June 10th. So do go see it if you can.